Hey YouTube, this is Trains and Destinations, and here I'm going to do a quick tour of this 2008 Acura TL. Now, as far as the background of this vehicle, my grandma bought this car brand new back in 2007 and owned the vehicle until her unfortunate death in late January of 2021. So unfortunately she died, and after she died, the vehicle is more or less in legal limbo right now. But more than likely my family will probably end up keeping this car. My grandma was a great woman. I didn't meet her until later in my life, but I'm glad I did. She was very sweet. Always a pleasure visiting her. But at least I have this car to remember her by. So again, she owned this car since it was new. Her and my grandfather did, until his death in 2016. As far as I know, they only used this car for local driving, as well as a few years they did drive this car down to Florida. I live here in New Jersey, and they had a summer condo in Florida, so they actually drove this car down there a few times. So they have a few long distance trips, but other than that, it wasn't driven much at all, which you'll see from the miles. But it does have this pearl white exterior. There are a few scratches and dings on the front and rear bumpers, so this thing is, I'd say, not in great shape. It's in good condition, not great, but it was garage kept. There are no dents on it or anything, and I'd say it's in overall good shape for a 2008 car. As you can see, it does have these very nice 5-spoke aluminum alloy wheels with 4-wheel disc brakes. There's some curb rash on the wheels, but it's not that bad. I really like the way this TL looks. So this Gen TL ran from 2004 to 2008, and it just looks so nice. It's very classy, has a sporty, stealthy look to it, but also, business friendly. Like, it's such a nice design, and even in 2021, this car still looks very fresh. And in my opinion, definitely looks better than the 4th Gen TL. Although I would say that the new TLX definitely looks a little better than this car. But even in 2021, this car still looks fresh. This does have high-intensity discharge projector headlights, fog lights down below. Now, this car is the base model, but even for a base model, these things came fully loaded from Acura. The only other model you could get was the Type S, which was the sport model. But anyway, let's start out with the back seat. Let's unlock it first. So this is the key for the car. This does have a key fob, but I'm using the spare key for right now. So in order to unlock all of the doors, you just turn this key twice to the right. And starting out with the back, you can see it looks really nice. So on the door, you have this padded, stitched, you have this perforated leather, I should say. It's stitched right here. It's padded. This is perforated leather, although unfortunately it is starting to come apart there on the edge. Got wood trim there, aluminum door handles. And then this is the back seat, which as far as I know, no one ever sat back here. It is a low lift over, as you can see. That roof does come down quite a bit, but solid thud from the door there. I'm about 5'7", as you can see. I got tons and tons of legroom. You got map pockets there, a door bin there, storage down here in the middle, as well as your vents. And then right here you have a center armrest with pop-out cup holders, as well as a pass-through right here to the trunk. So if you want to put skis through here, of course you can. All very nice. Gotta love the sound leather makes. But it is very comfortable, pretty plush. I don't think leather conditioner was ever used on these seats, but I did use some leather cleaner and protectant after my family took ownership of the vehicle, at least for right now. And the seats are definitely nice and supple again. Just slight discoloration. One cool thing, this actually still has the original barcode on here. So I believe when this car was shipped to the dealership, I believe this barcode is used for, I think, inventory purposes, and it's never taken off. So it's pretty cool. Rear seat headrests are adjustable. And you also got rear vents back there, if I didn't mention that already. And then on the passenger side, your perforated leather continues, although I don't know if it's common with these cars, but again, you can see it's starting to come off there in the edges. Got a door bin there. It's also padded. I mean, everything on this door is padded, as you would expect for an Acura. You got a 4-way power passenger seat, again with perforated beige leather. I believe these cars either had a beige interior or a black interior. Oh yeah, you also got your aluminum rails right here, which is pretty cool. This here is your glove compartment, which is lined in felt. You have all of your owner's books here. And this also even has the airbag tag that came with this car brand new. So that's pretty cool. And right here you got your vanity mirror and light. Alright, now let's head over to the driver's side. Of course, you got your turn signal mirrors, moonroof. Also, one cool feature is that if you put the key in and turn it all the way to the right and hold it, it'll actually roll down all of the windows. So if it's a hot summer day, you can air out the vehicle. And then if you want to put up all of the windows, you just turn the key all the way to the left and hold it. So this is the driver's door. Again, it continues. You got your perforated leather, which is coming apart, unfortunately. Here you got padded stitch leather for the armrest. Got your door pocket there. Aluminum door handles, wood trim right here, 2-person memory for the driver's seat, and as you can see, this is an 8-way power driver's seat with power lumbar. And the leather's not in the best shape, it's a bit discolored. There's also a lot of stress marks right here, but no tears or anything. And again, I'm starting to apply leather cleaner and stuff to it, so this shouldn't get any worse. But yeah, definitely some wear here, but nothing too terrible. And then I got some all-weather mats, but those are the original carpet mats underneath. Got your fuel door. This car does take 91 octane or higher, which I didn't know that, but now I do. Now this car does have a pretty low step-in height. This is something my grandma complained about. In fact, I'd say about maybe 3 years before her death or so, she was actually looking to trade in this vehicle because it was at that point my grandma was just over 90, I believe 90, 91, and it was pretty hard for her to get in here because this is a sports sedan. It's pretty low, and so if you are someone of that age, it's going to be pretty difficult to get into this car and even turn the wheel, since this car has pretty heavy steering. So by the end, my grandma really didn't like this car anymore, but obviously it really wasn't practical for her to get a new car at that point. Anyway, here's the steering wheel. Got your cruise control here. This controls your driver information system, which I'll get into in a sec. This is for your hands-free phone, and then I believe this is for the radio. Now on the left here, you have your power mirrors, which are also heated, as well as your vehicle stability control. So obviously this car had all the big safety features back in that day. So it has ABS brakes, traction control, and stability control. See your gauges here, they look very nice. Let's go ahead and turn on the car. Got your traditional Honda Dinger. And as you can see, this car has 39,300 original miles. Starts up just fine. Again, only 39,000 miles. And then using these controls, you can control your center display. So it tells you your oil life, your different tire pressures, trip computer, memory settings. So, pretty simple. Again, it's all controlled right here. It says a leather-wrapped tilt and telescoping steering wheel, a side bolstering grip extensions, which are very nice. Here you got your automatic HID headlights as well as fog lights. This controls the brightness of your display. Got these electroluminescent gauges, which are really nice. Still look very nice today. You got your clock there. You got your hazard lights, integrated compass, and this is your climate control right here. It is dual zone, as you can see. Just by hitting the dual button, the passenger can individually adjust his or her vent preferences. And then right below this screen is the screen for your 8-speaker ELS surround sound system, which sounds really good in this car. I admit, the sound is fantastic, really. Yeah, pretty good. And then you got your tune knob here. Has an in-dash 6-disc CD changer. You still have a cassette player, but this car also does have an aux port hidden down there, along with a power outlet. And speaking of the center console, it's 2-tier. Got your coin storage right there. This also slides forward and back, although this is pretty hard and honestly pretty useless. Cup holders here. Got your e-brake. 2-stage heated seats for both the driver and passenger. This is a 5-speed automatic transmission. I believe if you got the Type S for 6-speed, but if you just got the base 3.2, your only option was this 5-speed auto. And then right here, got your wood trim, and once you put those back, you got little storage cubbies along with another power outlet. All very nice. Got your aluminum trim coming down the center here. It's all very nice. I mean, obviously this looks a bit outdated today, but even if this had the optional navigation system, which would have included a backup camera, it honestly wouldn't have worked too well in, today's day and age. I mean, just think about how much tech has gone from 2008 to 2021. So, I honestly don't really care that it doesn't have that system. Again, another view of your gauges and overall view of the dash. It is a little faded, but not that bad. I tried to clean this car as much as I could, but really to get it perfect, it's going to need professional detailing work that I really don't have the time and money to take care of right now. But up here's your moonroof. Just got a little pop-up spoiler there for the moonroof. Very easy to operate. And you got a little cover here if you don't want this to be open. Alright. Last but not least, we'll see the engine. And, sure, quick view of the trunk. So, as you can see, the trunk's filled with crap, but it's a very big trunk. You can see your pass-through right there. And then under the hood, you have a 3.2-liter VTEC V6, single overhead cam with 24 valves, and it produces 258 horsepower. If you got the Type S for 08, that came with a 3.5-liter V6, which produced 286 horsepower. As you can see, this engine is running strong. Again, only 39,000 original miles on this car. Obviously well driven and taken care of at the dealer by my grandmother. Got the service records and everything. She definitely took good care of this car. Alright, and that concludes the tour, this quick tour of this 08 TL. Depending on what happens with this car, I'll keep you all updated with future videos. So anyway, thank you for watching.